energyefficiencyadvice.co.uk on how to fill up your government-funded grant scheme boiler. This particular model is a Vailant 831 and is available on the scheme. If your pressure drops below 1.2 bar pressure, as demonstrated on this gauge here, which is roughly about 10 to 12, there is a black needle. If it has dropped below that point, you may need to fill the boiler. There are two ways of doing this. One is by a mechanical means and one is by the boiler. First, I'm going to show you how to do it with the mechanical means. You should have one of these external filling leads, which should be disconnected from the valves. Generally speaking, you need to connect it to these two valves by loosening these nuts. You then connect the valve as such, one to this valve and one to that valve. You then need just a screwdriver to turn the two slots on the valves from the horizontal to the vertical. When you do this, and you've done it on both valves, you will hear water entering into the heating system. Whilst at the same time, obviously watching the gauge, you need to then replenish the heating system until it gets to, again, the 1.2 bar pressure or the 10 to 2 position. That should then repressurise your system. Once you get to the right pressure, you need to turn off both valves and put them into the horizontal position as such. This will then recharge your boiler. If it still doesn't work, the best thing to do is to turn it off on the electrics, leave it for about 3 minutes while the boiler resets, and then turn it back on, and it should in theory then work. Method of filling the boiler is by using the internally fitted filling loop. These two have a closed marked on the valves. To fill the boiler, all you have to do is again watch the pressure gauge on the front of the boiler whilst at the same time turning both valves. This will then fill the boiler. Once you've reached the desired pressure, turn one off and then the other one off. This will then repressurise the boiler, and the process then to reset it is again the same, but you can actually use this isolation switch at the side to switch the electrics off and then to switch it back on after 3 minutes, and again your boiler should then repressurise and work. And this is Ariston reporting for energy efficiency advice on how to fill up your government funded combination boiler.